This presentation is about the return of Christ. Will the return of Christ be pre, mid, or post? We're going to address some of the biblical basics about the return of Christ. This presentation is taken from the lastdaysmystery.info website, and it's from the PowerPoint sections. Will Christ return pre, mid, or post? Scripture identifies two periods related to Christ's return. The first is called the Tribulation. The second is called the Millennium. The Tribulation is generally thought of as a 7-year period, and it has 3.5 years of peace and then 3.5 years of tribulation. The Millennium is a 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth. These are the two periods we will address in this presentation. The first we'll address is the Millennium. People who believe that Jesus will return before the Millennium are called premillennial. This is represented by the first position on the chart. Another group of people that believe that Christ will return after the millennium are called post-millennial, represented by number 2 on the chart. There's a third group which believe that Christ will not reign 1,000 years, and they are called amillennial. That's the number 3 position, which has no place on the chart. The first area of the chart is the Tribulation Period, which we talked about as being 3.5 years of peace and 3.5 years of Great Tribulation. There are 3 positions relating to the premillennial belief. One is pre-tribulation, which means that Christ would return before the tribulation. The second is mid-tribulation, which means he would return sometime during the tribulation. And third is a post-tribulation, indicating that he would return after the tribulation and before the millennium. The Bible, however, only presents one position with regard to Christ's return, and it's probably best described in his own discourse to his disciples about his return. And he said, "After the tribulation of those days, they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of the sky with great power and glory. And he will send his angels with a trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the 4 winds and from the heavens." Christ will return post-tribulation and premillennial.